course, is to add awareness. And then once you're more aware, then you don't hurt yourself as often. And if you are aware that you're hurting yourself, you don't hurt yourself. It's just like the uh, hey, it's just like the concept of becoming more aware of smoking. You know, there. Pete, did I tell you about that? There's a I think it was actually just a study, not even a method, but there was a study that they had people just become commit to how many cigarettes they were going to smoke. They're like, all right, well, you can smoke as many as you want, of course, it's your life, but also for this particular study, and just commit how many. Yeah, you're going to smoke. How many you going to smoke a day? It's like, well, I'll smoke a pack. Well, how many cigarettes is that? 20. So I'm going to smoke 25 a day. Okay, commit to. So you're committed to smoking 25 a day. I'm like, committed? You mean like I have to? It's like, yeah, you got to commit to it. Well, maybe I'll do 23. It's like automatically it starts to get a little lower. And so in the process of becoming aware and aware of each cigarette, for example, so you can make sure to count them. That process that people went through, they started to smoke less automatically.
I had to do that with my drinking. when I was quitting drinking, and my coach was like, if you do decide to drink again, count the drinks, and not commit, but like make sure you're counting, make sure you're aware. And she said journal after each drink if you decide to do that. And I was like, journal after each drink.
Yeah.
She's like, describe how you feel, describe your feelings towards wanting another one or not wanting another one. It was interesting.
Yep. So you add awareness, and if you add awareness, you don't hurt yourself in awareness, you hurt yourself in unawareness. So it's just like the moldy wet sock. The moldy wet sock starts to stink and gets more moldy when it's in the dark, in like some kind of dark, closed, preferably damp place. But when you put it out in the sunlight, it dries out and heals and stops being moldy. So adding light. So it's a simple thing. Just add light and pay attention. And then our natural progression is towards healing. We release, because all of the things that are hurting us are just mental, and it comes from our particular mental states. That's okay. Where should we start?
We ended on 39.
Dang. Do you want to do text or workbook?
So.
Very cool.
Text works for me.
Verse 39.
Or wait, because you guys were talking.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, read it? Okay. Lesson 12. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. The importance of this idea lies in the fact that it contains a correction for a major perceptual distortion. You think that what upsets you is a frightening world, or a sad world, or a violent world, or an insane world. All these attributes are given to you, or given it by you. The world is meaningless in itself. These exercises are done with eyes open. Look around you, this time quite slowly. Try to pace yourself so that the slow shifting of your glance from one thing to another involves a fairly constant time interval. Do not allow the time of the shift to become markedly longer or shorter, but try instead to keep a measured, even tempo throughout. What you see does not matter. You teach yourself this as you give whatever your glance rests on equal attention and equal time. This is a beginning step in learning to give them all equal value. As you look about, you say to yourself, I think I see a fearful world, a dangerous world, a hostile world, a sad world, a wicked world, a crazy world, and so on. Using whatever descriptive terms happen to occur to you. If terms which seem positive rather than negative occur to you, include them. For example, you might think of a good world or a satisfying world. If such terms occur to you, use them along with the rest. You may not yet understand why these nice adjectives belong in these exercises, but remember that a good world implies a bad one, and a satisfying world implies an unsatisfying one. All terms which cross your mind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. Their seeming quality does not matter. Be sure that you do not alter the time intervals between applying today's idea to what you think is pleasant and what you think is unpleasant. For the purposes of these exercises, there's no difference between them. At the end of the practice period, add, but I am upset because I see a meaningless world. What is meaningless is neither good nor bad. Why then should a meaningless world upset you? If you could accept the world as meaningless and let the truth be written upon it for you, it would make you indescribably happy. But because it is meaningless, you are impelled to write upon it what you would have it be. It is this you see in it. It is this that is meaningless in truth. Beneath your words is written the word of God. The truth upsets you now, but when your words have been erased, you will see His. That is the ultimate purpose of these exercises. 3 or 4 times is enough for practicing the idea for today, nor should the practice periods exceed a minute. You may find even this too long. Terminate the exercises whenever you experience a sense of strain.
Straining. It's important to remember too that there isn't a particular thing that we have to do, and if you feel good and things are going great, to rejoice. Says something about like that in the course. And then if things aren't going great, or that's basically our experience of it, then it's an opportunity to correct basically our conceptions. And so one of the things to realize too as we go along, if you recall, we have the 3, to get what you want, and then personality development, and then reality, the non-dual teaching. And so this is non-dual teaching. And in non-dual teaching, we don't see anything real. It's all our made-up mental game that we're overlaying and creating. And so that's what it's talking about. It's like, well, yeah, I get the good. We want to come up with the bad and not the good, but the good is also a part of my made-up world. And my made-up world has me on this roller coaster of miserable to excited.
Yeah.
I'm miserable. I'm excited because I got what I want, and I'm miserable again. And it tends, if we were to pay attention, to be missing out on what could be. Because there's a thing that the Course calls the real world, but it's not the real world, it's ultimate reality. It's another world that we can experience, still be in a separate form. And the real world is a world that we can make up if we looked through the eyes of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit looks out into the world, instead of seeing differences, it sees sameness. And so all the while, wherever we're at, we get to see whatever we want to see, and the thing that we get to choose is really our filters. Our filters are our judgments and conceptions that we're going to look through.
So I am as cool as you and Sue.
You're in school?
I said I am as cool as you and Sue, because you are me and I am you.
That's right.
I think when I was thinking about this lesson 12, I was thinking more like, because you were saying experience the feelings of joy in those moments, like that's a good thing. I think what I'm thinking about in this lesson is like, yeah, I experience those moments and that's great, I think what I do, though, what I tend to do is I'll go, I'll add up all those joyful moments, and then at the end of the day go, well, this was a good day, and it was ruined because, of this moment. And it's, as a whole, today was a good day until now.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that's where it becomes, like, unhealthy or not good.
For sure. Well, and another thing that you may notice, the thing, like, what I've noticed, and you may as well, is you start to shine a light on what you used to call good. And if you used to call good getting to your agenda, you may have the memory of it being good because you got to an agenda and the ego says, yes, that was good. But to get to the particular agenda, you have to make others an enemy, and you have to protect from the bad and the evil, and you have to protect the schedule. You have to push things away in order to gather certain things to protect.
Yeah.
There's this whole making others bad and making things bad in order to make things good that the ego likes to do. And if you have a good day in that time frame, in that perspective, you have now battled the enemies and vanquished them.
The bad Layla or the bad Jared, the bad Charlie or the bad Harper. Those didn't come out today, so it was a good day.
Well, or you kicked their ass,
Oh.
so now it's good, right? Whatever it is, the ego wants to, it's like, oh, this is a good day because they backed down and didn't disrupt the schedule, let's say. So let's say you're walking through and it's a good day and they didn't back down, but all the while, you're walking around in a certain state that the ego knows that's going to keep everybody in check, right? Like there's this certain vibration or mood or intensity that if I do this, then everyone stays in check. And you do that because I want this to be a good day and don't mess up the schedule because this is important, right? Or whatever it is. And all the while, everyone is kind of on edge because they don't want to upset you. And you are on edge because, well, I want this to be a good day, of course. And who do I want it to be a good day for? I want it to be a good day for you.
For Charlie,
I love you. I love you. I want this to be a good day. And everyone's like, oh, shit, everybody, best behavior. And all the while, you're setting up a good day by creating a bad day. Because what makes it good or bad? Well, it's our internal frequency that creates this experience of good or bad. The ultimate reality, once again, the reality is we're in the theater and none of the experiences are us. It's the character having these experiences. Personality development, I'm noticing all these subtleties that my personality does, and I'm putting it in check, and I'm reminding it and I'm teaching it, hey, we can still be happy. Let's open up instead of close down. Let's go along and be curious instead of resist. Let's let go of these concepts and be willing to consider another one. Like this personality development. All the while, you can still be the third level. You can still be going for what you want. Just the simple, I want this. That's fine. It's fine to go for what you want if you have the awareness of all these tactics that I use. They're all in the game. They're all meaningless because it's just this game of the character, which is not you. But it's hard to realize that you're not the character. Sometimes that's too big of a step,
Yeah, I think the hardest time where I have that lately is when my husband, I'll be like, did you lock the car? And I don't know why this bothers me, you guys. I'll be like, did you lock the car? And he'll say, yeah. And then he'll lock the car.
See, so you lied to me. So you didn't lock the car. That's the answer, right? You want to try again? Yeah, for sure.
And then he did it at the beach. And I said something and he's like, yeah, I did. And he didn't. And I was like, why does he do that? I know why he does it. He doesn't want to be wrong or in trouble because I think that's why he's raised that way. He doesn't want to get, but
busted.
I don't know don't know why it bothers me. Why I can't sit outside in the theater and go, this character is a liar, and I'm just gonna watch him and laugh at him because
That's right.
he's so silly.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you guys can maybe come back to me on that one another day.
Those little things bother me too. Like
Oh,
my
thanks,
parents
Sue.
came over yesterday. Yeah, my parents came over yesterday, and my dad does it all the time. Not exactly the same, but like when he's when he's telling stories, he'll lie about it. Like he'll throw in little lies in there, like oh, your mom lost this thing and I picked it up on the floor. It's like, no, you said it was in the car.
Yeah.
And he's like,
No,
I'm just making it more fun. And it just, and it's like you can see how it's like the same, but a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
It's like, they're both just trying to make themselves sound
amazing
in a way that they just,
They're good.
And
they're good people. And they
Yeah,
are good people.
Yeah.
So they
And
don't
you
have to
just
do
don't-
that to like prove it. Is I think where I'm like I love you regardless of whether you forgot to lock the door or not.
And you know what that's what I was
Actually, I
trying
love you less
to...
if you lie about it. That's what
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get my dad to understand. And then I talked to my therapist, and she was like, well, she didn't exactly like say this directly because that's not what they do, right? But she kind of helped me to realize that, you know what? By me trying to tell him that he needs to he can tell the truth, and then it'll still be funny and it'll still be great. That's me doing the exact same thing that he's doing. Not accepting him as the way that he wants to be and how he is.
Right.
And it's me trying to be like, well, why are you doing it that way? And then because then he's like, and then I'm doing the same. Yeah. So it's like, so it's like a mirror, like, oh, well, I want him to be telling the truth instead of lying because, well, that's the objective truth, like, obviously. And then he can exactly be doing the same thing. Like, well, I'm just making it more entertaining for everybody because telling funny stories is important to me.
What if I say, I love you even if you don't lock the car?
Yeah, you for sure could. Have you guys ever heard of...
Maybe...
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was like, maybe for your situation, it will be easier for him if you're like, remember to lock the car.
Oh, not did you?
Versus...
But remember.
Yeah, not did you. Yeah, not did you.
Yes.
But a friendly reminder, loving reminder
You're
that...
so cute.
Yeah.
I love that. No, that's helpful.
Okay.
Thanks,
I mean,
Sue.
whatever you have to do,
Yeah.
Yay.
That way he's not right or wrong. That way, everyone's just... it's just a suggestion.
Yeah. Well, there's infinite ways that you can accomplish it, and there's infinite ways that you can get mad. If you're aware, though, that's the ultimate victory, to be aware.
I like that.
And in fact, if you're aware and you don't change, it's still a victory. That's important to realize. Yeah. Because you only unknowingly continue to hurt yourself. And that's the other thing to take away is it doesn't feel good to get mad at people. It feels good to get mad compared to helplessness. Remember the hierarchy of energy levels. It does feel better to be angry than it does feel better to be helpless. And so, but my anger, which is what I go to often, I usually skip. I'm usually like peaceful, and then I skip right to anger. Like I skip all the other ones because it just feels powerful, and I feel like I need to protect. That's my operating system. Like I have to protect. And I skip all this stuff, and I go right to anger, and I attack the offender, the one who is going to harm the loved one. But for me, the offender is the loved one that's trying to harm the loved one. Right? My kids are trying to harm themselves, and so I end up getting crazy on my kids like a nutball. So just to be aware of that is actually a victory. Just be aware of yourself. If you're aware and you watch yourself, like, wow, do I have to do this? There's this thing called The Work by an author called Byron Katie. Byron is actually a lady, And it's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful things I've ever read and worked on. Have you heard of it, Sue?
Yeah, yeah. It sounds familiar.
She's wonderful. I love her books. I love her. I love even more her workshops. She has a bunch of recorded workshops where she'll go through the work, which is 5 questions, I think, and the questions all have to do with this personality development piece of is it true? Is it really true? This thing that I'm held up on, that has given me such suffering, and the result of it is what you are both pointing to, is that same thing that I'm judging you for is the thing that's within me that's causing me pain, and I wouldn't be able to be upset with you about it unless it was within me. And if it wasn't in me, I wouldn't notice it, and even if I did notice it, it wouldn't bother me. And so what I'm upset with right now is my own projection. So it doesn't say that, but it's a work. It's a list of questions that helps you discover that.
Okay.
It's super powerful.
Respect.
Is it true? Am I absolutely certain it's true? Who would I be without that thought? And then there's a turn around, and I'll bring it. We could actually do these exercises because I've been thinking about doing it with my mom, because she's
let's do it.
Turning up the heat with me, and
I'm down.
and
Let's meet in person for that one.
it's really powerful.
And bring Caroline, and I'll bring Jared.
And the thing that's so powerful in it is just those simple questions, and so it's replicatable, and you could do it with yourself, you could do it with others, and it makes every difficult thing in your life into a wonderful self-discovery workshop that is designed for your freedom. In fact, it's been customized. The entire universe has put energy into customizing it exactly for what you need based on the lifetimes that you've developed to be right where you are. That's pretty powerful. So, yeah, we'll do it. But if you want to look it up, it's called The Work, 5 questions. I think it's 5 questions, and then a turnaround.
The Work.
Easy.
Byron Katie.
Byron Katie, she's amazing. Her story is amazing, too. She basically had this, she's a different person. She's have you heard of that term, a walk-in, where people change souls?
What?
So there's a concept of a walk-in, which, like, by the definition, I think I had one of those when I was 10 years old, but who knows? But the concept is that something traumatic happens, or you die or something like that, and then there's a different soul that comes in.
No way.
And decides to live out the rest of your incarnation.
That's cool.
And the markers of it are, before the traumatic, the things that you live in life, a super traumatic thing happens, and often you die, and then after the traumatic thing, the person's like completely different, and it's the idea is that the first soul, so to speak, couldn't handle it anymore. It was just too painful.
Could a new soul come in and not be enlightened, like be
worse off?
Yeah.
Well, again, this is just all the stories. It's like spiritual sci-fi. I love it.
Well, I'm just wondering, because my brother was stabbed when he was 18, like 7 times in the back, and then after that, he was just a completely different person. Yeah.
So a couple things will happen in those situations. Yes, it could. I'm definitely not an expert at walk-ins, because pre-incarnate, without all these constraints of separation, we just have these ideas of how wonderful it'll be to have the opportunity to forgive. There's this bedtime story that I read to my kids a bunch of times, and it's these 2 angels, and one of the angels is like, I want to experience something special, and God's like, okay, what do you want? He's like, I want to experience forgiveness. Doesn't that sound wonderful? and God's like, yeah, for sure, if you would like to, but it's you got to let go of things that are dark. They're like, oh, dark, what's that? It's like, and so then then God's finally like, I'm sorry, you can't you can't experience forgiveness here, angel, because there's nothing to forgive. And he's like, oh, is this what sad feels like? And
That's a book?
yeah.
That's so cute.
And then another angel comes up and says, I love you. I'll give you the experience of forgiveness. I will be your dark for you.
Aww.
And then God says, okay, you're both going to incarnate, and your angel friend here, A, is going to be your darkness. So, you get to forgive her. And she's like, yay, thank you so much. And then the dark angel says, but please remember, you have to remember my light, because I will forget that I'm light. I'm going to be your darkness. So just remember, when I show up, I love you.
It's going to make me cry.
And so every single darkness that shows up in life is our friend that chose to forget because of love. And so yes, in a walk-in experience, we forgot. It's way harder than we thought it was going to be, because it's just out of our conceptual possible reality to imagine separation when you're completely connected. It's like, how could you?
Do you know the name of that book?
It's called.
It's so cute.
It's called The Little Candle.
Oh, cute.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
It's really cute. Shoot, I'll look it up. But so walk in. A soul can't take it. And then the other idea that makes a walk-in is there's contracts that a soul will have. Like I agreed to do this kind of thing, and instead of just killing yourself and breaking your contracts, which has a bunch of karmic things that aren't favorable, then another soul agrees to come in. Now, the other soul could have the same experience. Usually, though, according to the walk-in philosophy, is that other soul is a higher level soul and has more capacity to handle the darkness. And so it's like, oh yeah, I've done it before. I can take it over for you. I know what I'm doing. But theoretically, yeah, the other soul could come in and be like, oh crap, this is too crazy, and then just fall apart as well.
I mean, he didn't fall apart. He's definitely handling the darkness. She's just a dick.
Yeah. I mean, that could be. But, trauma in itself is transformative, right? Because if all the way that we experience life comes from just all of our contexts and our thought systems. I mean, talk about rearranging all your beliefs, getting like serious trauma or like attacked, like things like that. That's enough to for sure change your life. The Little Soul and the Candle, I think it's called.
So cute. I'm gonna look it up.
It's really cute. I'm like, yep, that's real.
That's in the reincarnation section.
It's a kid story, yeah, but totally. But it's by.
It's so cute.
It's by, I think, the guy who wrote Conversations with God, Neil Walsh.
Yeah.
Conversations with God. That's another really great book. Wow, I love that book. So wonderful. All right, workbook.
Yes.
Speaking of fire, I forgot to tell you about the tea ceremony thing that I went to.